The playful tease. Playful teasing is the MVP of flirting. It's fun, disarming, and instantly creates a sense of connection. Playful flirter uses humor as their main tool, tossing out lighthearted jabs or sarcastic comments that spark a laugh. Here's the genius part. They walk the fine line between playful and annoying like a tightrope. It's never over the top or mean, it's a wink disguised as a joke. Picture this. You're at a trivia night, and someone at your table jokes, "Did you just Google that answer under the table?" Don't worry, I won't snitch, unless I need a favor. It's witty, clever, and immediately gets your attention. Playful teasers are like conversational sparring partners, and they keep you engaged because it feels spontaneous and real. The trick here? They use humor to lower the stakes. It's not, "Hey, I like you," but "Let's have fun and see where this goes." And that's why it works. It's unassuming, yet magnetic. The subtle signal sender. Subtle flirting is an art form. This type doesn't announce their interest with words, but communicates it through body language and small, deliberate actions. It's like a slow burn where the signals build over time. This can include maintaining eye contact for just a fraction longer than normal, mirroring your movements, or those accidental but not accidental touches. Imagine you're at a party and you keep noticing someone glancing your way, not a stare, just enough to make you wonder, was that meant for me? Then, when you finally talk, they lean in just slightly, as if they're drawn closer by every word you say. The beauty of subtle flirting is its ambiguity. It keeps you guessing, which activates your curiosity and makes you hyper-aware of every interaction. They're masters at creating tension without saying too much, letting you fill in the blanks, and that's where the magic happens. The intellectual charmer. If you've ever stayed up all night debating a random topic with someone, you've likely encountered the intellectual flirter. This type doesn't aim to dazzle you with their looks or charm. They engage your mind. Their flirting style is deeply conversational. They'll ask questions that make you think, challenge your opinions, or casually drop references that test whether you're on the same wavelength. For instance, they might say, "So do you think people are naturally good, or is morality something we learn?" It's not your typical pickup line, and that's the point. You're drawn in because it's stimulating, and suddenly you're bonding over existential philosophy or the ethics of AI. This approach works because it builds a connection beyond the surface level. Intellectual charmers make you feel like your thoughts and opinions matter, and that level of validation can be intoxicating. Bonus points if they manage to slip in subtle compliments about how you think. The physical flirter. The physical flirter touch is a powerful tool, and the physical flirter knows exactly how to use it. They don't overwhelm you with hugs or inappropriate gestures. Instead, they use subtle, meaningful touches to create a sense of closeness. A light touch on your arm during a laugh, brushing your hand when passing something, or even guiding you gently through a crowd. It's all carefully calibrated to feel natural but noticeable. Think of that moment when someone adjusts your scarf, tucks a strand of hair behind your ear, or lightly taps your shoulder to emphasize a point. It's casual enough to feel safe, but intentional enough to make your heart skip a beat. This style works because it taps into our primal instincts. Humans are wired to respond to physical touch. It releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, making us feel closer to the person initiating the contact. But here's the key. It only works when it's respectful and non-invasive. Overdo it, and it crosses a line. The compliment giver. Compliments are a universal crowd pleaser, but the compliment giver takes it to the next level. This type of flirter doesn't throw out generic lines like, "You're pretty." Instead, they make their compliments personal, thoughtful, and downright memorable. They notice the things about you that others might miss, which makes their words hit differently. For example, they might say, "I love how passionate you get when you talk about your hobbies. It's contagious." Or, "You have a way of making people feel comfortable. It's like your superpower." These kinds of compliments feel tailor-made, and they stick with you long after the conversation ends. Why does this work so well? Because it's not just about flattery, it's about being seen. Compliments that feel genuine and specific make you feel valued as a person, not just as a potential date, and that authenticity is incredibly attractive. The BoldDeclarer. This is the go big or go home approach to flirting. BoldDeclarers don't tiptoe around their feelings. They dive right in and make their intentions crystal clear. They might say something like, "I've been trying to think of a way to talk to you all night, but honestly, you're kind of intimidating." It's direct, raw, and oddly disarming. The reason this works is simple. Confidence is captivating. Bold declarers cut through the noise of ambiguity and put their cards on the table. They're not afraid of rejection, which makes them come across as self-assured and genuine. This approach doesn't work for everyone. It's high risk, high reward. But when it lands, it leaves a lasting impression because there's no second guessing what they want. The mysterious Enigma. This type is all about leaving you wanting more. They don't reveal too much about themselves, and what they do share feels deliberate and intriguing. They're like the human equivalent of a movie trailer. You get just enough to be hooked, but not enough to figure them out completely. For instance, they might casually mention, "I once got lost in a foreign country and it turned into the best week of my life." Then when you ask for more details, they smile and say, "It's a long story. I'll tell you another time." Now, you're not just interested, you're invested. The Enigma flirter relies on the power of curiosity. Humans are naturally drawn to mysteries because we want to solve them. By withholding just enough information, they create a magnetic pull that keeps you coming back for more. Done. Now tell me, which one did you catch yourself imagining?